Good evening. First, I want to commend the parents and members of this community who have come forward to stand up for the best interests of their children. We all know this board won't do that unless it's profitable. A few parents have emailed me with concerns, and as a former member of this godforsaken board, I felt the need to come here and clear some things up. First, members of this board claim under Board Policy 167.3 on the back of your agendas, they cannot answer questions from the public during a meeting. This is completely not true. You can read them for yourself on the back of the agenda for this evening. It's understandable that they may need to research the answer to a question, but to act as though they're not allowed to answer a question is simply false. They just don't want to answer them. The purpose of this policy is to keep order in a meeting, but many of the rules listed are outdated and do not line up with recent changes to OMA law or Attorney General interpretations of that law. The purpose of this policy is to allow community members to ask questions, not for the board to sit here in silence and never answer the darn question. Now, Mrs. Frank, sorry, Freudian slip. She claims the reason for filling out her green card is in order to speak is so that you know who they are and that you can contact them to answer their questions. The fact is they never do that, and any person who's ever filled out a green card knows that. As long as they're collecting funding from the state for your kids, as far as they're concerned, you need to sit down and shut up. The purpose of that green card is to intimidate people into not speaking and for them to control when and where you speak, and it's wrong. The fact is this board is completely controlled by the teachers union, and it has been for decades. Instead of saving money in the last contract, they gave away the store from money quote-unquote saved from their massive tax hike. Instead of putting money aside for upkeeping buildings, they lied again, and I told you so. I always sounded the alarm that they needed to save for a rainy day and have a financial safety net, and I have news for you, my fellow taxpayers. We are the safety net. They come to us like a big fat piggy bank, and they'll be back again next year for the sinking fund renewal, even though they just passed the largest tax boondoggle in the district's history, meaning there is no need for a sinking fund. Changing gears a little bit. My question is, why did Amy Murphy resign as the treasurer? Yep, no answer. Why was the meeting to appoint a new member not posted in accordance with the Open Meetings Act? Yeah, nothing. I knew that. Will this board conduct a forensic audit of their financial papers? I know the answer to this one, of course not, because half these people would be in trouble. In closing, I'll say the same thing I've said since 2007. We need transparency and openness in decision making, which I know is a foreign language to these people. It's not that hard to be open, honest, and transparent. It's really not. My fellow citizens, until you vote these people out of office, it will be the same old mess. Mrs. Chop, I know you're new to the board. Welcome to the crap show. Thank you.